Hey, how's it, everybody? It's a rainy evening here in North Texas. Brought the temperature down quite a bit, but here we are. We got the lineups for round 2 of the Rugby Championship. Springboks taking on Argentina once again. 11 changes to this lineup. For those of you not familiar with rugby union, usually only dress about 23 players. Changing out 11 of them would be like the Dallas Cowboys changing out half their offense, half their defense for another game. It's unheard of. It's not very common in American sports unless there's a lot of injuries. Unfortunately, it's not just because of injuries with the Springboks. Fortunately, actually, it's because we saw the results of last week's game with a lot of those guys that hadn't got a lot of playing time against the British and Irish Lions, and everybody seemed to do really good. Once again, I want to thank everybody for subscribing, the emails I've gotten, the conversations I've had with people in South Africa and other parts of the world. It's really great, the support you guys have shown. Like I said, like I always say, just a guy living in America who loves Southern Hemisphere rugby. And obviously, with all the South Africa stuff, obviously I am a giant Springbok supporter. But we'll kind of break it down, some of the changes, some of the guys that are getting some time off that I feel like very much deservedly so, and some guys coming back in that I think are going to make this a very one-sided match once again. Not to say that I think the Pumas are not going to make a few changes on their own. I have been constantly checking social media feeds, everything. I have not seen Mario Ledesma's new lineup. I'm going to chalk it up and say it's because I live in America and they hate America, but that's not the truth. It's just some guys, on different time frames, that kind of thing. But let's kind of talk about some of the key guys coming back into the lineup this weekend. Pollard coming back. This is a good thing no matter what. This guy is accurate as with the boot, and he's a world class. He's world class. We get Cheslin Colby back out on the wing. Of course, you've already heard me. I rant and rave about this guy. This guy is one of the world-class wings, in my opinion. I would put him right up there on the top of the wing category for all of world rugby. The guy is fast, and he's just an absolute joy to watch whenever he gets a little bit of open space on the pitch, and he burns everyone, and it's just a wonderful time to get to see him play. Ebenezbeth finally getting a game off. That guy is an absolute workhorse on the pitch, and it's good that, hey, he gets to take some time off and gets to sit back and relax. We're going to need him in the coming weeks. Not so much against those trash Wallabies, but when the All Blacks come around, that's when we are going to need a healthy Ebenezbeth. And I don't think I'm wrong, and I don't think anybody else would say I'm wrong for saying that. You need that man healthy for those games. So let's give him a time off. Let's get some new guys in. Let's see what we can do. Speaking of which, it looks like we will have only 4 returners. Ludiager, Siokolisi, Weiss, and Kobus Renek. Found out finally, I did my little bit of research and found out Faf de Klerk has an ankle injury. Yeah, you kind of need to have a good ankle whenever you're kicking the ball that much and you're that size. So you know what? Give him his time off. Renek has impressed me greatly. I feel very comfortable with him. It's kind of almost like with the All Blacks, Aaron Smith, TJ Perenara. You feel comfortable with each of them. They can both play. That's how I'm feeling with Kobus Renek, and obviously Faf de Klerk, world class. But let that man get healthy. We are going to need him in a couple of weeks when the All Blacks come around. Got a Stephen Kitsoff coming off the bench, the redheaded stormer. Yeah, dude, that guy is an interesting character. You have to understand, in America, we don't really have we have a lot of redheads, but not as many, and I'm pretty sure you probably don't have that many in South Africa either. I don't recall any. Yeah, man, that guy is a very, very stable guy. I enjoy watching him play. Before this last season, I was actually a Stormers guy for many, many years. I transferred over to being a Bulls fan. I feel like it was only rightfully so. I've got roots in Limpopo, so it's kind of closer, and yeah. No disrespect, just I became a Bulls fan. I didn't want to be a bandwagon guy, even though I am the Fairweather fan. I didn't want to be the bandwagon fan. I waited until one season was over. And I got the Bulls jersey and kind of started following the Bulls a bit more. I remembered them back in the day when you had, Victor Matfield and those guys on it. Obviously legendary Victor Matfield. I don't think you can. I've had to make lists of greatest teams. It's hard to leave him off as a lock because that guy was just, and then he was still doing it at the end of his career. But anyway, I digress. Like I said, Andre Pollard comes back. Willie LaRue comes back. Colby is back. Kitsoff is off the bench. Franco Mustard gets the start over Quagga Smith, which I feel like Quagga is a work in progress. I know it's going to get there, but let's just give him a little bit more time to develop. Lud de Jager gets his 50th cap, which is another thing, like I said, even with the Aaron Smith thing, with the All Blacks, it's not easy to get that many caps on these teams because you're just so rich in talent. You look at some of these guys, you've got guys that are top tier guys that never broke 40 caps. Getting a 50th cap means that you have worked your butt off to keep in the lineup. And I tip my hat. Congratulations. And it's looking like Marvin Uri will get his first start. He came off the bench in replacement of Etzebeth, I think either last week or the week before. So he gets his first start. Congratulations to him. You've earned it. It's a hard job to get even on the 23, much less you get the starting 15 gig. Congratulations. You've earned it. Now go out and have some fun. I'm not really too worried. Malcolm Marks will start as well. This is a good front pack that we've got starting this week. Not too worried about it. I still think that I'm going to put the score at, I'm going to put it at 30 to 18, 30 to 20. I do think that we see a bit more offense from the Pumas. I'm sure Ledesma will make plenty of key changes because obviously last week was not the result that he wanted or anybody else, for that matter, probably expected. I certainly didn't. I thought they would put up quite a bit more of a fight. Now the argument is who will finish in dead last in this rugby championship, and I'm still going to go with the Wallabies. They are not anywhere near what I thought they'd be. Dave Rennie has a long, long road ahead of him. Interestingly enough, I just realized the other day, Michael Chikla, former Wallaby coach, is now on the coaching staff, I believe, for Argentina. Did not have anything against that guy. I believe he even got World Coach of the Year at one point. I just think it's just a case of working with what you got. And no offense, I just don't think Australia has got it anymore. But obviously, like I said, anything that's good, I hope they get better. Anything that's good for Australia is good for the whole of not just Southern Hemisphere rugby, but global rugby as a whole. You want those big nations to provide good teams. So like I said, I'm predicting a 30-20, 30-18 score. Not a big blowout by any means. I don't think we get the bonus point. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. I think there was a bit of controversy at the end of the game. I guess they said, oh, they didn't deserve that. You got to have this. And it's like, no. You only have to have this many in international to get this. I had to look it up myself. I'm not even going to pretend to know, but I had to look it up myself towards the end of the game after. I think that was Joel Stransky that made that comment. Another great legend there, 95. Yeah, we all kind of remember him. 6-2 split off the bench again. I guess if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. With looks like Jaden Hendrickson coming back out again. Hopefully, you get a try in your first game. Hopefully, he becomes that spark in the last 20 minutes. You get him out there and he's able to put a try across, or at least make a couple of key plays and whatnot. And then Damien Valenza, the utility back, kind of doing a little bit of everything. And once again, a guy that I don't worry about. I know he can do his job and do it well. So like I said, yeah, it should be a great game. I think it comes on at 10:05 local time here in the central part of the U.S. Thanks again to the people who have sent me links. I will use one of those and I will watch the game, and then I will do a video afterwards, probably in the afternoon, in my car talking about hopefully another Springbok victory, and we move to 2-0 in this tournament. Yeah, I hope everybody has a good week. I know that things are getting a little crazy. Our governor in the state of Texas tested positive for COVID today. My daughter, I think her school, they've had a few, but I'm not 100% sure. But she's a pretty big germaphobe and doesn't really like to touch people, so I don't worry about her so much. She's 13, she's a big girl it seems, but yeah, just everybody stay safe out there. I know New Zealand's going into another pretty hard lockdown after a couple of cases there, and a couple of the guys I've talked to online here of what's going on in the Republic of South Africa. Just know that, hey, people in America, we do worry about you guys. We think about you, and we want everyone to be safe through all of this. So, wash your damn hands, put your mask up, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, cheers, and everybody have a great week, and hopefully I'll be talking to you guys all again soon. All right, bye, guys.